Coming up on Valley News Live at 10, Valley News Team's Alex Larson is live with a look at tonight's wintry weather conditions. We'll tell you where a controversial cookie is being sold at a grocery store. Plus,
it's always special when somebody acknowledges you and gives you thanks. And
how local veterans are being honored. Valley News Live at 10 starts right now.
This is Valley News Live at 10.
Good evening, everyone. Winter weather warnings are popping up all over the area with snow and high winds expected. Valley News Team's Alex Larson is out getting her first shot of winter. She joins us live with more on some travel issues the weather is already causing. Alex?
Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Stacy. The wind is blowing hard and the snow is coming down. It is cold. It doesn't seem like it's going to be stopping anytime soon. We've seen some snow plows out already, and the roads and overpasses are slick and they're getting pretty slushy. So if you have to drive tonight, make sure to slow down and plan for some extra time to get where you're going. We'll keep you updated with the latest. Live in Fargo, Alex Larson, Valley News Live.
All right, thanks so much, Alex. Now, Hutch has been keeping a very close eye on this system for us. He joins us now with the latest. Hutch?
All right, thanks so much, Stacy. As we head into the overnight hours, things are really cooking now as that wind has picked up. We have gusts approaching 50 miles per hour. More on that in a second. A few snowfall reports and things just starting to accumulate on some cold surfaces here in the Fargo-Moorhead area. Estimated at about 1/10 of an inch, 1/2 of an inch estimated in grassy areas around the Grand Forks area. But in northwest Minnesota, it's been snowing for the better part of the day with measurements upwards of 3.5 inches. Department of Transportation locations, northern Minnesota, reporting roads covered through much of that area already. Here's a look at our, plethora of sky cams as we see Grand Forks from Devil's Lake down through Fargo-Moorhead and all the way to the Hankinson Casino. We have flakes flying horizontally. Now the visibility is reduced in some areas. Here's a look, a band of snow from Baudette and the International Falls area through central Minnesota. Right here in the Red River Valley, we have a band of snow as well that continues to work its way across the region. Winds are gusting over 50 miles per hour out to the west. Visibility reduced in the snow to under a mile in Grand Forks and Baudette at this hour. So travel tonight could indeed, as we've been talking about, get quite tricky, and the snow totals are going to continue to loft up. Winter storm warnings where we're expecting heavier snow, north central Minnesota. Blizzard warnings where we're expecting heavy snow and wind gusts over 50 miles per hour. Winter weather advisories for the rest of us. We'll have details on this, but we're still expecting an area of 3 to 8 northern Minnesota and possibly northeast North Dakota as well. Many of us, though, a trace to 2 of that windy and wet snow. We'll have more hour-by-hour details, Stacy, coming up here in just a few moments.
Thanks so much, Hutch. I just saw a report out of South Dakota. More than 10 semis have just turned already.
Oh,
so
yeah, a lot of wind.
Not a great night. All right. Thanks, Hutch.
You bet.
People across the country are setting aside moments today to remember and thank U.S. veterans. And here in the Fargo-Moorhead area, one vet says the connection that today fosters is more important than many realize. Valley News Team's Aaron Walling brings us the story.
Here at the First Lutheran Church in Fargo, they held a veteran appreciation dinner and free concert in honor of those that have served their country. It's a gesture with deep meaning to Alan Beto.
well, it means a lot, especially us who were in Vietnam. We didn't get a whole lot of recognition or caring about that we were even over there.
Beto is a Vietnam veteran who served in the Army for 23 years. He says he's happy to see today's veterans treated with more compassion.
A good feeling to know that people are caring more than what they did years ago. You know, I mean, they just as soon spit on you years ago, you know. but no, that's changed a lot over the years.
For Beto, it's important to be among those with a shared understanding of what military service really means.
It's just good to see somebody that's done the same thing you did and been the same place you were, and you know, and just thankful that we both came back alive.
In Fargo, Aaron Walling, Valley News Live.
According to the Department of Veteran Affairs, there are more than 50,000 vets living in North Dakota. This morning, 10 veterans got together in Fergus Falls for an annual Veterans Day goose hunt. That hunt is organized by Band of Brothers Outdoors, a nonprofit focused on outdoor recreational therapy for veterans. Army veteran Jordan Leeway says once he left active duty, he didn't realize how hard it can be to connect with other vets.
these days it's pretty difficult for individuals to find that, and that's why you see so many, veterans getting lost.
He says today's hunt gave him a sense of purpose and camaraderie that he's missed since leaving the Army. New tonight at 10, a controversial cookie has had viewers sending us photos from a grocery store in Fosston, Minnesota. Take a look at this. The store's bakery is featuring cookies with the phrase, "Let's go Brandon." One shopper told us she tried to voice her concerns to management.
They were still being sold today because that's how I got them. So apparently it didn't really even matter to them at all what anyone thought of them doing that and selling those types of cookies on Veterans Day, which it has nothing to do with veterans.
We're told these are being sold at Palyabicki's Family Market. We spoke with the owner today, who's refusing to comment. Governor Doug Burgum signed the new redistricting bill into law this evening. For the first time in state history, North Dakota's legislature will now feature sub-districts. 2 districts in the north central part of the state will be split in half, where each will select a member for the House. The splits were made on behalf of tribal nations, hoping to get a better chance at electing one of their community members to the legislature. A bill that would provide a $350 income tax credit for North Dakotans was approved in the State House today. That bill is part of Governor Doug Burgum's recommendations to lawmakers on how to spend the more than $1 billion in federal aid the state received due to the pandemic. The bill is expected to pass the state Senate tomorrow. Another news story for you tonight. This one out of Warren, Minnesota. A home in rural Warren suffered structural and smoke damage after a bed caught on fire late last night. The Polk County Sheriff's Office responded to a report of a bed on fire inside the home on 140th Street Northwest. They say the fire was contained to that bedroom. They're still trying to figure out how the bed caught fire. Another Minnesota teacher died of COVID-19. It's the 8th since the start of this school year, roughly 10 weeks ago. Minnesota Department of Health data released today shows that 1 school staffer died of the virus in the last week. The data doesn't show where the staffer worked. The number of COVID-19 school staff deaths this year now matches the staff death toll of all last school year. In total, 16 staffers have died from COVID since August 2020. A 35-year-old woman was arrested for DUI after driving her car into a building. Authorities say Jessica Estrada hit the State Farm building in Mayville shortly after 2 this morning. Besides DUI, she was also charged with driving under suspension and not having insurance. She wasn't hurt. Still ahead here on Valley News Live at 10, a look at other ways veterans were honored today here at home and across the region.
Snow really just beginning to accumulate in the Southern Valley, Fargo, and Point South. Winds gusting to nearly 50 miles per hour right now, Grand Forks, and it's going to continue through the overnight. Dangerous late night travel that will last into the morning. I'll have hour-by-hour forecast details. Join me. Weather is next.